Okay, welcome back. I'm back to, this is when I was just a young detective, and we were doing a lot of major cases in LA County. And a lot of it's through informants. And RealCopStoriesVideos.com, I have a lot of stories about informants giving us truckloads of narcotics, all kinds of stuff, okay, along with the normal gang stuff, and we had a few people that believe in premonition. We had one where I saw an item, I dreamed of an item, and then we made some stop one night, and there was the item. Kind of freaky stuff, man. It was false staff beer. That was freaky. My sister believes in that sort of stuff, and I kind of believe in it a little bit. So anyway, it's one of the stories. You can look it up. We have over 314 now and counting. Anyway, what happened was, through an informant, we got a call that there was some people dealing a large amount of cocaine out of a condo complex. And so we go check out the complex, and informants are very important. And this is a complex where, you got the condos, and you have a long row, huge row of garages to service these condos, and another row of garages, like I'm talking 3 blocks long, with condos like this. And then the alley goes out, and it T-bones this way. So it's huge. You go down there, oh my gosh. So we got the address. So my partner and I'm a young guy, but my partner's a senior or a supervisor. So nighttime, it's like 9 o'clock at night, we start walking down the alley. And there's not too many people back there, but there's enough to know, there's enough there so you don't really stick out. People are walking their dogs and whatever. So we get to the address, and we hear noises in the garage, and there's a light. The garage doors aren't sealed normally, but some are, some aren't. But I know my garage door is sealed, but some people, especially the old wooden door that goes up like this, not the sectional door, the sides have gaps in them. So we stand there and we look in the gap. It's about this wide, maybe 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide. And the law says if you're standing in a public place and look and see something, it's legal. As long as you don't go up and stick your eye in the hole, then you're violating their privacy. So we stand there literally a foot away from this door, standing on the alley, and we can see a guy, Mexican gentleman, Latin gentleman, no shirt, pants on. He's got a plastic baggie, like a saran wrap bag, over his head, like a hat, like a ski hat, and he's wrapping cocaine packages, kilos, okay? So we look at that, okay, and we're going, oh my gosh, we gotta be able to hit the door right now. Okay, so we go back, have a car sitting in the alley watching the garage, go back to our boss. He says, let's kick the door in. And then so the guy I was working with was a senior supervisor, goes, or junior to him, but senior to me. He says, well, we probably should get a search warrant, because then if something happens, they could question the entry, and they might question us standing there. He didn't want to do it, but then we convinced him that it is a safer way to go. Even though we probably could have, we see it happening, we could have kicked the door down and taken him in custody. So he took off to do the warrant. It takes about an hour and a half. We already had everything written already, so we called the DA. So in the meantime, the district attorney, which we had worked with, came down to the location while he's writing the warrant. And I walked down the alley with him, and I said, look, and he's standing there, and he says, he's shaking his head, and he goes, oh my gosh. He says, you probably could have kicked the door down, but let's get the warrant. The warrant's almost done anyway. Okay, fine. Because attorneys always side on precaution. We're cops, man. Give me the shotgun. We're kicking that door down. Okay, fine. So in the meantime, we're all set up. Meanwhile, a Volkswagen Jetta, it's a 2-car garage, comes out of the garage and takes off. Well, we had some units standing by in preparation for the warrant, sheriffs. So that kid leaves that parking area, they take him down. Okay, so search the car, can't find anything. Okay, so okay, fine. So we secure the car. An hour after that, the warrant's ready. We hit the house. Okay, we go in. There's a couple of guys in there. One of the guys was the one in the garage with the thing on. He tried to run away. He didn't get very far. So we're searching. Okay, so we open up the garage door, and there was another Volkswagen Jetta up on a rack. Not really a rack. It was those ramps you drive up. Okay, and under the vehicle, the gas tank, they had put in a different gas tank, half a gas tank and half empty, with a compartment up above. And we looked in there, and there was about half full of kilos. The kilos again of cocaine are about like a canned ham, a processed ham. Maybe 75, 80 of them in there. Okay, so seeing that, we brought the other Volkswagen Rabbit up and drove it up on the other ramp, opened those compartment up, and we found 150 kilos in there. Okay. They're about there's 40,000 wholesale. Do the math here, but a lot. Okay, probably a couple mil in the 150. So then we go. Now we start searching the house. Nothing's in the house. So we see the other Volkswagen. So we're in there, and of course I'm the junior guy, so I'm in there with wrenches. I'm pretty handy anyway. They knew that. So I'm in there taking off the stuff and pull off the ramp. And in the new Volkswagen, the one where he was loading, it was almost loaded to the top. It had 300 kilos in there. Okay. 300, okay? So we estimated the value of the street value of the 300 was about 5 mil, and then the street value of the 150 is about half that. So 2.5. So the whole seizures was, you can't do anything. This isn't really exact necessarily. Around 7 to 8 million, depending on, it's not an exact science to it. It depends how much they cut it, depends how thin it is, and all that stuff. So very good seizure. And then since we had a search warrant, we go to court and it's clean. And we even testified that we saw through the crack, and the defense got all riled up about that, about how we're in the wrong place at the wrong time, which knew it was coming because he's going to start saying that we're not supposed to be there. And the judge even said, whoa, because it's a court trial. He holds his hand up, the judge, and he goes, wait a minute, they have a search warrant. He goes, it's right here. So the search warrant pretty much exits out any kind of, because the judge reviews it, I review it, when I wrote it, supervisor reviews it, district attorney at this time didn't review it, but normally they do, doesn't need to, and then the judge reviews it and he signs it. So you got a lot of people here looking at this, and if anybody didn't like it during that process, they could have checked it out. This is clean, very clean. So they both were undocumented aliens, and they got, they used to get them. In those days, they're getting them 15 to life, and they serve around 9, and then they're out. And then they get deported back to Mexico, which is how good that works. But anyway, so that was a good little case. For one informant, it was not my informant, so I can't tell you how much they paid the informant. That much of narcotics, I'm guessing they're probably in the 20,000 range, maybe 15, 20,000 for this clue, for one phone call. Not bad, and tax free. So anyway, that was a good little caper, and we really enjoyed it. Volkswagen Jettas was the key, and looking through the crack of the door. So hope you enjoyed that story, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.